Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome to. Well, it depends where you're tuning in from, right? Welcome to the Football Power Hour. If you're tuning into the Football Power Hour, welcome to the halftime with Vegeta Sama. If you're tuning into the halftime with Vegeta Sama, guys. Yes, today we're actually gonna get into football because sometimes it's just shenanigans on here. It is just shenanigans, and we said enough is enough. You see what the show is called. You see the title. We have taken over. We have kicked bots out. I'm just joking. Bots is just unavailable today, people, but the show must go on because we do have news, right? News has been happening the whole day. I'm sure you've been watching the streams. I'm sure you've been seeing it. If you haven't, and maybe your day is starting, let's get into it. Let's start with, I guess, the piece of news that people have been waiting for because they've been anxious. Some might have called this channel the Football Panic Hour because we were panicking. But let's get into some of the news, people. And while I am bringing up the news, just let me know how you're doing. How's your day been? Where are you joining us from in the world? Let's try something different on this channel, people. How's the weather? Hopefully it's not cold like here in South Africa. As you can see, I've got a shirt, I've got a jacket. Don't like winter at all. Shout out to Riri. Shout out to Courtstar. And hopefully StreamYard is gonna cooperate. Yes, it is. Let's read the news. So earlier on today, as you can see, yesterday rather, 22 hours ago, we had one Mr. Ben Jacob telling us that Man United have now improved their offer for Brian Mbeumo to 60 million. Talks have accelerated in the past few days and will continue this week. So we finally put in, or we're about to, I don't know, but it sounds like we are going to meet the 60 million valuation that they had from earlier on, because I feel like people forget. Spurs came in with their crackheadness and said 70, bro. These people, and I actually found an article earlier on today. I think it was like the 4th of July or June. Sorry, July. 4th of June, Talksport reported that um Brentford wanted 60, and then our initial bid, I think, was like 55 in total with add ons. That's why that got rejected. But it seems like Ben Jacobs is saying that Man United are going to present a 60 million bid. I don't know if that's maybe some money and then add ons. But in essence, they're going to meet the valuation. I've got a hunch that the only reason why this isn't a Ornstein bomber, because me, guys, personally, I don't touch the here we go anymore. The only reason why I don't think we're getting like an official bid has been submitted, bid has been rejected or accepted, is because they probably just working out the finer details. Like what I'm asking, is this going to be 55 plus 5 million add-ons? Is it going to be 50 upfront with 10 million rand, 10 million euros add-ons? We don't know. But we are meeting the evaluation that they gave us on the 4th of June. So if these crackheads turn around and say it's not enough, and they say they want exactly what Spurs is trying to offer them, they are sad. They are sad. But anyway, people, I'm going to move on to another story. Like I said, I just want to get through the stories, and then we will drop some links, and then we will talk. And then if anything else breaks, guys, this is where you guys, as the chat, can actually shine. You drop the news, we get into it, and then we discuss. That is what we are doing today. But let me share some other news. It seems like one manager that left us is a criminal, where the other one is trying to save us. Because reports are saying Fenerbahce are reportedly interested in signing Man United striker Jadon Sancho. The 25-year-old was loaned to Chelsea. Yes, we know this. The Blues opted. Yes, we know this. Um, so they didn't want to trigger. But Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho is said to be said to have given his approval to sign Sancho, who could bolster the team's attacking options. Well done, Jose. If this is true, because I also heard from like other media sources as well as other channels that I was watching today that this isn't just a rumor, that out of all the links that Jaden has had for leaving, this is probably the most concrete, because it seems like um Fenerbahce is willing to pay Sancho, and Fenerbahce is put or has put a deal. I'm not sure how much the deal is. I haven't found out anything. This is the best I could do. But from what it seems like, Fenerbahce seems to be the most serious one right now because to get a club to agree with Sancho on paying for them, just take the money because, guys, let's say it's 15 or 16 million plus the 5 million we've got from Chelsea. I think we've made up our 20 million, close to 25, not quite there yet. But it means that Sarafina, Nelson Sancho, or Jaden Mandela, whatever you want to call him, can just leave. Can just. And another one that can just is Garnacho, who is reportedly, or rather, United have set a price for him. And I'm going to open the lines just now because I'm interested to hear what people are going to say about the price. And I'm sure by now a lot of you guys have seen or heard of this price. So Man United are valuing Garnacho at 70 million pounds, not euros, not dollars, pounds. 70 million pounds. I heard this on streams today and I looked, guys. I looked through Twitter. I asked AI, couldn't get confirmation of this anyway. It just says outlets. Everybody's source is outlets. Outlets are saying Man United are valuing Sancho at 70, more specifically with the Chelsea links to him because it's Premier League to Premier League. So they're adding Premier League tax. But I guess the idea behind it is we start high with the negotiations, we meet each other halfway. You were crackheads when you offered us Mason Mount for 60. Why not? So I'm gonna drop the link to call in. Let me fix this. It always does this when I'm sharing. There we go. I'm gonna no, that's the wrong one. There we go. I'm gonna drop the link for anybody who wants to call in. If not, I will do expected monologues and give you my thoughts. Yesterday I was crashing out over the Garnacho shirt thing. So if you don't think I've got an hour worth of content to say, go back to yesterday. Bots cut me short. The only difference for today is that it's not about me, it's about you. This is your show. Invite guests, please. Thank you. Uh Guys, on the Football Power Hour, I can't help you with pinning. I will see if I can help the people on my channel with the pinning. But please, guys, feel free to call in. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to read some of your comments. Shout out to Lu Ann saying Vegeta Power Hour. Yes, it is the takeover, Lu. Shout out to Ika Kheng. Shout out to Javid. Shout out to Frankie. Frankie, I think there has been some Vlahovic news involving Sancho. Like apparently Juve and Man United are talking. Some people are saying Vlahovic dead food. Don't do it. I think the one thing that United is focused on from the reports, whether it's Napoli, Juventus, or Fenerbahce, is just let's get rid of Sancho. That's just where we are right now. Whoever can help us to do that. So the Vlahovic thing is not linked to Sancho from what I'm seeing. It's just let's get rid of this guy. Shout out to Luan who says it's 33 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's hot is this Toronto? Maybe it's because of what Ken's been doing out there. That's why it's so hot in Toronto. We don't know. Let's see who else is here. Shout out to Lucky who says Brentford working get Antonio Malimbo last few hours as a replacement. I do remember they were saying they're looking for a replacement. Maybe that's also been holding up the deal. I think it's the money, personally. But if that helps them sleep at night, sure. But without further ado, people, let me bring my guests on to the stream. Shout out to Courts. Shout out to Riri. How are you guys
What's going on?
doing?
What's up, Vegeta?
Bot said he's got fires to put out today, so I had to take over. As if I wouldn't do it anyway, because that guy, we will start with football and somehow end up not on
Bots needs
football.
Bots needs an intervention, man. When that man comes up here next month, I'm gonna have to deal with him accordingly.
Cause
Yes.
yeah, because it's like I feel like there's any invitation in like that, and he can bring baby oil into the conversation. He's doing it straight away. It's like it doesn't even have to be linked, but somehow he'll manage to pivot the conversation in that
Nah,
direction.
I'm gonna fix him. I'm gonna fix him and send him back to Boston when he comes up here at the end
I
of
think
next month.
we must just relegate him to his second channel for a while because his mind is clearly
Yeah,
not on football.
yeah,
But
yeah,
guys, what
yeah.
are you saying? Garnacho for 70 million. That one was the one that when I saw the news
To
today
Chelsea.
for Chelsea
Now,
specifically. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah. You're right.
the thing is, yeah. Remember when Diblin from Southampton, and they
Yeah, yeah,
quoted like 100 mil or something ridiculous. Why? Like,
yeah.
let us be the team that quotes the ridiculous price. Let's not always be the team that has to buy it. Let's be, because for too long we've sold our players under market value.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa's just gone for 30 million. Now, I do think some of that is PSR manipulation by Leverkusen and Liverpool. They like, if you pay more for Wirtz, like all that kind of goes on and no. But even then, 30 million for Kwanzaa. If he was coming through our team, how much we would get? How much did we get for Willie Kwambawala? Like 8. It's like
Not sure.
we're like we never get good fees.
Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
was it? Like
I, I, I,
City.
I hear it, coach. I hear it. I mean, I don't mind us being the team that's calling a ridiculous price. I agree with you. For
Mm.
once, let's be that team instead of us, always getting shaft the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it just sounds like we're trying to match their Mason Mount energy because I don't think we'll get 70, but if these guys actually bite, we'll probably find ourselves somewhere in between 55, 60, most probably. That I think that's
how much
the
more
strategy.
years does he have on his Man U contract?
Who's Garnacho? Not sure. Let me check actually while you guys are talking.
Because
Because
it would be
Mason Mount was on
interesting.
a because Mason Mount was the last year of his contract, and we still
Right.
paid
Exactly.
the like 60 mil or something. And
So
yeah,
he's got a contract until 2028. So that's a good what?
Yeah. So 70 is not a bad
and his
ask.
wages aren't going to be ridiculous. I think he's on 50K a week at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He's on
50K a week.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say, I know, like, trust me, if you gave me 50K a year, I'd be happy. So no, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but in football terms, 50K a week isn't like the ridiculous wages that he can't get another Premier League club. Like, the
Right.
issues we've got with Sancho and Rashford is when you get to the 250s, 300s, that's when you only have a limited amount of clubs who can afford that. And
Right.
then when you go like, okay, who's gonna take this guy that I don't want? And everyone goes, well, I'm not paying him for that money. Like, so you just get stuck with them.
And it seems like Chelsea is serious. I think the more the Chelsea fan base says no, we'll never go for Garnacho, the more Todd Bowley goes, I think I like this deal.
What's going on with them and Gittins? Because I don't really
Um,
look. I kind of stay away from transfer news because it just becomes a bit annoying. But when I was watching a video, I saw that they were linked with him.
I do follow a few Chelsea channels. Sometimes people do like shows together, and I don't know if it's Chelsea fans willing it to live or actual reports, but it seems like Chelsea's leaning towards that deal more. But the more I dig up, it just guys, I swear, it seems like Todd Bowley likes this kid for whatever reason. He's like not going away with Garnacho. He wants this kid at Chelsea.
Todd Bowley likes the children.
Hey, hey, yo, is this turning into an oil stream now? What's going on?
No, no, no. I'm just saying. Or half of the players on Chelsea's team is below 25. Am I lying?
Yeah, I
True.
think it's based on like their kind of ownership structure is we get young
The
players,
youths,
we put
right?
them 6, 7, 8 year
Todd
contracts,
Bowley likes the youths. Not let me
but
rephrase that.
because Todd Bowley likes young players to buy young players for his team. There we go.
Yeah.
But like I think they put them on like 6.
Is it me?
Coach, can't hear you, bro.
Oh, I thought it was my internet doing internet things. Wait.
It's his internet.
Oh, we lost Courts. He said they like kids and it went south.
Yeah.
It's like StreamYard knows. But I hear what you guys are saying. Out of all the clubs that he's linked with, one, he said he wants to be in the Premier League. We thought it was Aston Villa for a while. And then the reports also, by the way, I remember just now, London is another place apparently, which is crazy. I don't know why these guys keep putting limits on where to go. Like one wants to go to Barcelona as if that's the only club in the world. Other
Bro,
one wants to
his
spend 50
delusion of
million.
grandeur is like ridiculous. Like to this point, at this point, bro, you honestly feel like you're a Barcelona candidate?
It's
What have
crazy.
you done to think that you're a Barcelona candidate?
He's delusional. Because you know what's crazy, Riri? They get linked to Nico Williams. Sorry, this is pivoting. They get linked to Nico Williams, and his response isn't okay. Let me look for another club. It's Thierry Henry is my favorite player who moved from left to the center.
He
I can do the same.
didn't say it's his favorite player. Stop. Don't be
Yeah,
bots.
okay,
He
but
compared
basically
his game to
to
Thierry
to
Henry.
to TT, yes, but essentially he's trying to shoehorn himself into the team. He's saying, okay, they've got somebody for that position. But look, I played this position and I seem to
I
like
think
it.
that's, to be fair, I think that's where the issue came with him at Villa, because I heard some rumors that there were some issues with him and Ollie Watkins for that position, because he wanted to play that position more at Villa than play a winger. He wanted to play that 9 back to goal kind of situation, and that's Ollie's position on that team.
Position, yeah.
It's always been his position on that team. So I think that caused big up courts, big up. Yeah.
Yep.
That caused some issues at Villa, I think. And I think that's one of the, maybe, and that's just my opinion based on what I heard. I think that's why Villa didn't push to keep him.
But isn't it weird though? Because when we tried to play him down the middle, there were rumors that he didn't like it. Now all of a sudden he likes it. These players, I'm confused, guys.
I think personally, when he was with us, I don't think it's that he didn't like it. I think it didn't work in the system that we had.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But hey, Todd Bowley, bro, 70 mil. You know, if you want to
Because
do our PSR,
if you watch that game, he scored like just as the game started under Amarim, before the fallout with him and the club. Because I'm not going to say it's a fallout between him and Amarim. I honestly think Rashford's situation is a fallout with him and the club, and I think it dragged Amarim in because Amarim was was like, you could have come and spoken to me, but you didn't, before you went and did what you did with the press. I think Rashford's ear is more so for the club and the way the club has been going along and managing these players than it was specifically with Amorim per se. Because prior to that bust up over Christmas, he was playing. It's not like he wasn't getting game time. He scored.
mm,
People forget he scored. Was it against Everton, I think, or Ipswich? When he came there, Ipswich, coach saying, when he
yeah.
came on, and then within, like, I think was 10 minutes into the game, he scored.
He
So
also scored in that game we played. I think it was the EFL Cup, the 7-0. Was it the 7-0? Yeah, the 7-0.
yeah,
Under Ten Hag.
but I think no, but I think that game he played the wing position. I think the game
Oh,
with
you mean like as a
Ipswich,
number 9?
game with Ipswich, it was him and Xerxes up top.
Ah, okay, I get you. Okay, okay. Well, look, Rashi, bro, you can try dreaming about Barcelona, but
Yeah, yeah,
we need
yeah.
to sign
That's what I'm saying.
people.
You're on the clock. You need to. It's not
We
going
need
to
to sign people, please, bro. Like, fix your life. But Mbeumo, do you think that these guys are going to accept the 60 mil now? Because if they say no,
I think if they don't accept the 60, it's time to move on. I don't think we have the time to sit here and dilly dally. And I don't think he's worth more than 60. I don't. I don't think the deal is worth more than 60. So, if they don't accept the 60, I think it's time for us to start looking in other directions, maybe shore up our midfield. Because
I was about to ask you. Yeah.
I'm still on that. Like, I personally, as a fan, think our midfield needs some beefing up, like legit beefing up. So for me, if this Embuemo thing still, is not here we go by Tuesday, and it's still like people spinning their wheels. Then yeah, we need to, because before you blink, Tuesday is the 1st of July. Before you blink,
Yeah.
these men are gonna start preseason. They go
Yeah.
back. They go back to Carrington next week.
Yeah. On the 7th,
Yeah,
preseason training starts.
they go back to Carrington. So and before you blink, the 16th of August is here.
That's true. So basically, you would pivot to taking the 60 and maybe addressing midfield.
Yes.
Okay. So you wouldn't look for another number 10 to try
No,
and.
because at this point we okay. Think about it this way, Vegeta. Yes, if we get Mbeumo and Cunha, that duo is ideal. However, we have tens, because we've
Yeah.
sat here and also discussed, once we get Mbeumo and Cunha, what are we doing with Mount? What are we doing with Xerxes? Because Xerxes is
Mm,
not a. We've all agreed he's not a 9. He's not a 9,
yes.
right? What are we
Yeah.
doing with Xerxes? What are we doing with Mount?
Bruno.
Ahmad, Bruno. Because everybody's saying Ahmad's gonna play that right wing back. We don't know that for sure.
They should stay
So
with right wing back
you
because when he
understand
was
what I'm
in the
saying?
team,
So you got to look at it that way. Like, we have tens that can fill that role if we don't get Mbeumo. We have Cunha is going to be on that left, because I think he plays on the left for Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. Left or
mm,
9, I think he plays in that. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
but he likes to basically cut in, so he's
right,
usually like behind the striker. That's how
exactly.
he likes to play.
So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so you understand. So for me, if this Mbeumo things falls through, the next most important thing is to shore up our midfield. Bro, our midfield has been like Swiss cheese for the longest, bro. Holes all over the place.
It's interesting you say that, really, because the streets again, well, not the streets, those Saudi newslets are coming back to say that Cass is another one that could be on his way out to Al Nassr specifically. That so
Cass is
specific.
not going to Saudi.
You reckon?
I
Because they
think
said
you.
they'll
I
pay
think
him when
you
he's getting
guys. I
paid.
think you guys forget these men are married and they have kids, and there's a one person in that relationship that has to say yes,
Yes.
and she is. I don't think she's saying
The
yes.
real boss.
The real boss, the actual boss of the
Yeah.
situation. People don't like to admit, but that is the real boss, and that is the person that says yay or nay. And I don't think she she thinks her husband is ready to go to a league that is not really recognized. The way
Yeah.
she posts about his accomplishments,
She
yeah.
still believes he
It's
can still
not
play
about
for
it
high
for
games.
her. It's not about money. It's about the trophies. It's about winning stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy you say that because I was thinking about Anthony and the fact that he's willing to take a pay cut. And I realized out of everybody, I think besides Marcus, who's leaving, everybody else is in a committed relationship. And it tends to be the wives who say no to the moves. Whereas Anthony's like, well, it really affects me only. And I really want to play football. I'll take a 30% cut, but it has to be Batiste. Again, another one with a very specific request for some reason. But I hear it. The women are not letting this happen. We saw with Bruno. He said I have to consult my family. She said,
Yeah.
nah.
It's the the minute when he said that, that's when I knew he wasn't going. He wasn't going to Saudi. The minute that whole spiel came out, that he said that he has to consult his family. His family is the number one person that he goes home every day to. That's when they say,
Priority.
it's like when you hit your homeboys up and you're like, yo, let's go to the bar. He's like, bro, I'll get back to you. Let me have a conversation. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
nah.
Yeah.
I hear it really. But I
Yeah.
really hope that this Mbeumo thing can get wrapped up because look, I wasn't worried. I still think the deal will happen.
I
the
just don't
player
want the
wanted.
deal to happen for an excessive amount of money. Because don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
asking for Mbeumo for like the last 2 seasons. I've been
Okay,
wanting. I like him as a player. I've had him in my fantasy team for the last 4 years. So
okay.
I've been watching him at Brentford all this time. Brentford
I've
is
been
one of
watching
the
him cook
very
us.
few teams that I've been watching like over the
Yeah,
last 4 years.
I've
So
been seeing that bald head cook us. That's all I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
seeing.
yeah, yeah. He's a good player. Like he's really good. Like even when Tony was there and he played with Tony, he was good. When Tony, that whole situation with him and the betting and all of that, and
Mm,
he had to take over that striker role, he fit right in. Like I want the guy, but I'm not willing to compromise
mm.
our pay structure to get him.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll say this. I think it's very comforting that these people didn't outright reject it now, which tells me it's more the finalities of it as to how much we're getting
Right,
cash without add-ons, and then I think they're pretty happy with that 60 million. And I think that was the whole ploy with the
right,
70 million from Spurs. I think that was just brought in as an element to say, look, these guys are willing to pay X amount. I
right.
never
Well, it's a
thought
bargaining
United.
tactic. Yeah, it's a bargaining
Yeah.
tactic for real.
I never
Like
thought United was gonna pay 70, even though people like KG told us just pay the money, just do it,
oh no,
just pay
no,
the
no.
70 million. And at that point, I was like,
70 million puts him at what? 200K a week?
basically, oh, that's another interesting thing. His contract apparently now that because they
He
apparently they've
he
agreed,
makes like 45K a week now,
yes, at Brentford.
and we're gonna put him at 200K a week.
It's crazy, but they said give it to him though. That's what some of the fans are
Nah,
saying.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree
But
with
the
that at
contract
all.
that he's agreed with us apparently is 150, which can
Yes,
then grow
yes,
to 180, I think, with bonuses.
yes.
I think that's a pretty fair
That's
deal.
not bad. Because then you can move up from that.
Yeah. For a person who got 20 goals in the league, guys, that's a pretty solid deal. If
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
at what
yeah.
we've done with Mbeumo and Cunha in terms of their contracts, guys, I think we've done solid
No,
business.
I do too. I that's why I said I wouldn't want them to go higher because then that'll put us back where we normally panic. It's like panic buy, like we're normally known for. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're splashing the cash because we're panicking and we need to get this player. I don't know if you have anybody else backstage that might want to come in. I don't know.
Um, Let me drop the link again because I can't pin it on Bots' channel because
Yeah, I know.
I'm the admin here, but not on his channel. He needs to make me a mod, that criminal, bro. He can't be having me run his damn channel and I'm not even the mod, bro. That
How many
criminal.
mods does he have? He has a couple.
Um, you know what it is? I feel like he's just been growing and he hasn't kept an eye on that
I
because
don't
like
think he expected this growth this quickly.
nah, come on, man. That guy should have
No,
expected this. He
no, no, no.
was
I
solid.
mean, like in the last couple of months, like
Yeah. He
his
doubled his channel since he got to like 1K and it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pretty quick.
definitely, for sure, for sure. He just needs to keep on the proper conversation, like
You know what? I was telling him at some point, I think, hey, people might have to come to this channel for your nonsense the first half. Then I have to jump in at
take
some
over.
point.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That might have to be a thing we do, bro,
What do
because
you
people
think
enjoy
about
this
this
thing.
Sancho situation? I
I
heard you
think,
talking about it earlier.
yeah, I think we actually have one former manager that loves us because that bald fraud is a Liverpool fan. I'm convinced. How are you using the Vert's money to help Liverpool? You criminal. You. Mm. The other guy, solid guy, bro. He said, "You don't want Sancho? Say less, bro. I'll take him." Shout out to Jose Mourinho, bro. I hope those reports are true, bro. Please, Jose, convince those Fenerbahce guys. Take this guy, give him the freedom he's looking for, and then hit him there when he gets to Fenerbahce for me. Do the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
He might
Do the
go
right
there and
thing,
get
Jose.
Jose fired.
No, that you saw what the special one did. He confronted the corruption of the Turkish league alone, and he brought them to justice. When he does this, You know, when Jose does this,
When
it's on smoke.
if I say I will get into trouble.
Exactly. That guy will grab that
Now
guy by the
I
collar.
love him, man. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Jose Mourinho. Like I really do. I love him. I love him.
It's,
I love him for
I
his
was so happy.
personality and the way he speaks and just yeah. It just
Him
his
and
shit.
Louis,
Just his shit
him and Louis was
housery. Huh?
entertaining. Him and Louis, LVG,
Yes.
entertaining people to see on the sideline.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the football. Did don't get me wrong, it's finished. But those guys as managers, ah man, I enjoyed it. But it seems like Jaden is linked to, I think, the two Italian clubs.
Yeah,
But
I saw that somebody posted in the GC that is Juventus wants to do a swap deal for
yeah,
him for this guy that you guys were talking about this morning on
yeah,
Twitter.
Vlahovic, that's no.
I don't know.
I
I don't know who he is. I would have to go Google him.
Uh, but Arsenal were linked with him a few years back. I think when he was still at his former club. I don't
Yo,
remember
wrap
what
up.
that.
Hit the link, bro. Hit the link and come through.
Yeah, bro.
Scroll
Man
up
is
and
on.
hit the link.
Don't worry, wrap
Yeah.
up. I got you, bro. I'll drop it. But Vlahovic, he basically, I think he moved from a smaller Italian club to Juve. But at the time, Arsenal were looking to buy him because he had come off a 20-goal season, if I'm remembering it correctly. But Arsenal, being Arsenal, didn't get the guy, and he went to Juve. Everybody thought he'd be the next best thing since sliced bread. Couldn't handle the step up in his own league, mind you. It's not like he left one league for another. He
Right, right,
stepped up
right.
in the same
Same
league,
league, same atmosphere, same yeah.
couldn't deal with the pressure, and it seems like Juventus are done with him. So
So
I don't know if I'm willing
and
to
they want
bet.
to link him with us to come and handle
Yeah,
Manchester United pressure.
exactly. So now he's gonna try and step up from Juve to us, and he couldn't deal with that and his own league. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. But also, I wouldn't worry because it seems like for the most part, United want money for all their players because they're trying to balance the books so they can spend money for Ruben. Because their thing is just they're trying to back the manager because that's what they promised Ruben, and they can't do that if they're just giving players away, which is probably why
Wait,
they're
whoa,
fighting.
he's on 30K? Nah, brethren. We ain't
Whoa,
pay,
whoa! I didn't even know
we
this.
ain't
Wait,
playing
damn.
player. We not paying players 30K. We've moved away from that. We are
Let's
definitely moving away from that.
wait. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's on 19 million euros. What the hell? Nah, 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 nah. We are trying to fix our books. Okay. We're not trying to cook them anymore. People said 280 for Mbeumo. We said, no, guys, we're not
No,
doing it.
no.
Like, you guys think that these Ineos guys are going to be firing the cooks and then we're just going to give a man 300K out of nowhere. Come on, guys. Like, keep up with the news. It's serious. Juventus, please give us
30K?
our money.
Nah. We can't do that. We
Yeah,
we don't have the capacity to do that. Like that would definitely set us back, and especially if he comes here for 30K and doesn't do what he's supposed to do, this fan base will lose the little bit of sanity that they have. They will lose it.
but also he doesn't move the needle for us because I think he's been averaging 12 goals since he joined Juve in the Italian league. No, thank you. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's crazy. Like, you gotta give up on that other dude from Sporting to deal with that. Nah,
Right, right.
nah. It's giving Rasmus because Rasmus comes from the same league, mind you. The other guy from Atalanta apparently is doing way better than Vlahovic. So
Oh, I don't know
no.
who's that.
I forget their names. I'm very bad with names. But the successor to Rasmus, ironically, is
Oh,
doing better than
really?
him. Yes, ironically. So, but people are they're so like scared of touching Atalanta again because of Rasmus. They don't trust it.
I just hope that kid either gets a good permanent move or a good loan. I think he needs it.
Oh, is this
I think he
Rasmus?
needs it. Yeah. I think he needs it because when that kid plays for his country, he's a different player. He's a different player in the face, in the eyes, everything. Like, you look at him, you look at his body language. He's a different player than when he
Can I
plays for
be
Manchester United.
be
It's
honest though?
crazy.
When he started scoring and then he was crying, I thought, okay, maybe he just needs to cry. He'll be fine. Us men sometimes we just need to cry, guys, and then you'll be fine. No, he went backwards. So I don't know if the tears helped.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like I said, I'm hoping that he gets a good permanent move, or if he doesn't get a permanent move, at least Man U
alone.
tries to send him out on loan so he can to get back his club confidence, because I've
Mm,
watched him play for his country, and he doesn't play the same way. You know what I mean? He plays
mm.
with freeness for his country. So, I don't know.
But you know what? That there's an idea there because as much as people don't like Ineos, they own two other football clubs within Europe itself.
Right.
You could technically take the heat off Rasmus by putting him at either one of the two,
Right. Like,
including
what is it? Nice and what? It's Nice
it's a
and
Swiss. The other one's a Swiss club. I don't remember the name
okay.
of the Swiss club, but like both of those leagues is out of sight, out of mind. Essentially,
Right.
you do your thing, gain your confidence, and learn how to make runs, Rasmus.
Right. Of course.
Be- Because Ruben can't be wasting his time
He's
teaching
what?
you how to
He's
run.
22.
These guys, they also growing fast. That's another problem. Rasmus,
While
the
Vegeta is
terror.
looking that up, please hit like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. Can
Rasmus
we
the terrorist, bro. What?
can we
How old
get
are you?
can we get the likes to match the amount of people that are watching, please?
Oh yeah, he is 22. You're right. You're right. You're right.
22.
You want to say hi?
Oh, we're banned from doing business with Nice? Really?
Ah, boy, my Mrs.
Hello.
Vegeta.
Hello. How are you?
How are you guys? How are you?
Good,
This is
good,
my
good.
boss. This is my boss. This is my boss.
This is your
I'm
boss.
surprised. Yes.
Nice to meet you, boss.
Hey.
I said nice to meet you, boss.
Nice to meet you. All right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Let me work. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I didn't know today was bring your wife to work day. I was not ready. But yeah, okay, the Nice one may I don't even know what band. But how does that
Yeah, that's
happen though?
weird.
How does everybody else do business with their baby clubs and we get banned? This is some Man United agenda. This is nonsense. Because I swear Crystal Palace got the all green to go play in Europa recently, even though the other team that their owners have is also in the same
I
competition.
didn't hear anything about that ban, to be fair. I don't I
Same.
don't know what
It's
that is.
criminality. But there's
I
still the
didn't.
other club. There's still the other club. We can take him to Switzerland. Apparently, it's a nice country.
Maybe the reason we can't do business with them is because we're always in like either the Europa with them or those competitions. I don't know. Oh, Derek is saying it's a new rule. Oh, okay.
But we're not in Europe, and it might work for Erasmus. Though. United, just look into it. Like,
Yeah, of course, definitely. Even if they,
help the
like I
boy
said,
out.
even if they send him over there on loan or something, man, definitely.
Oh, can I ask you a question though? If we loan out Rasmus so that he deals with his situation, we get a Victor Gyökeres type of a striker, right? Is that enough in terms of the striking thing? Is him and Xerxes gonna be cool? Because
Up
clearly
top, up
Mbeumo,
top. Let's say hypothetically, Mbeumo is a done deal. We get him.
yes,
He's done deal.
yes.
Victor. Um, Victor is still straddling the fence, but I heard this morning he told Sporting that he's no longer going to play for Sporting regardless.
Yeah,
He
it's
wants a
crazy.
he
Fabrizio
wants
reported that.
he wants a move. So you know what I mean. So I see KG said something this morning about Arsenal and Sesko having some issues
Nah,
or
you know what I mean?
something like that.
Arsenal are just being Arsenal. Let me. Arsenal don't know if they want the youth or if they want experience. They don't know. They're
But there's
confused.
but from what I've heard, it's Arteta that wants Sesko.
Yes, and the club wants
And the club wants Gorkarez.
which is funny because if that's the case, it would imply that Arsenal actually want to win stuff. And The Arsenal I know is happy with top four. They're not trying to win nothing because they would have tried
They're
that
happy
happen.
with second. Oh,
Yeah, they I think they've mastered the art of being a bridesmaid. I think if there's any Arsenal fans in the chat, you guys know this. Like there's no better bridesmaid in this league. You
that
guys will be
Arsenal.
the god of honor, you will
That
clap,
Arsenal.
you will tell us how great it was to be second. We competed. It's better than the trophy, apparently, to some Arsenal fans.
Apparently,
So
apparently.
it's crazy. But
Crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. But with that situation, I see somebody in the chat said they would rather Derek just said he'd rather no striker than force it. I am in agreement with Derek. I think if we get Cunha, we get Mbeumo, we have Zorxi that could play a false nine. Right? And because or we push one of those up. We push one of those up and and Bruno, we leave Bruno to do what Bruno does, which is
mm,
roam, and get the ball to them. I think we could still bag the goals that we're looking for, and then try again next season or in January. I mean, even though January window is a little, but you know what I
yeah,
mean.
it's a bit
Try
early.
again next summer for a striker because the striker market is not really flooded like that. I
I
mean,
think I think we're in a position as teams, not just Man United, where we legitimately have to start building the strikers we want because the supply isn't there.
yeah, yeah,
Which is
yeah.
why if you see us buying people like Chido,
Especially not the traditional striker,
yes,
not the Kane kind of striker. Those strikers are they're like unicorns now. Like they're
yes,
legit like unicorns now.
and you're not gonna get them off your rivals. So we
Yeah,
literally
no.
want that kind of a striker. We either need to find 100 million plus from somewhere because that's what they want for an Isak, or you have to build somebody. In which case, you need to buy young people,
Yo,
loan them out
that
for.
price for Isak is insanity, bro.
But you know what? It goes back to what you said. Liverpool spent no money last season, so now they
But it's
feeling.
still insanity, Vegeta. I've watched Isak.
Do you not
I don't think Isak is worth 100 million.
wait? They've signed Verts. I don't think he's worth that crackhead
Wirtz
price
is
tag.
not worth that money either.
Declan Rice was signed for 100 million. That was questionable. Jack
I
Grealish
mean,
definitely
outside of
wasn't.
those two free kicks.
That one was just when you catch Madrid lacking. I mean, look at what's going on in the Club World Cup. Those guys are just lacking right now. Madrid is not. You can't. The true barometer was PSG, and we saw the levels. Like they struggled. Um, but definitely, I think Rice was probably worth what we paid for Casemiro, probably 70. I don't think they would have been mad with the 70 mil. But anyway, Arsenal keep doing Netflix. I can't wait for the next season of Netflix. It's going to be fantastic. Drop the trailer. We will react to it. Do the right thing. United, can we be honest, guys? Even if we sign all the people we want, ultimately, the thing that makes us or will make us happy is the sales. Because if we see Sancho gone, Rashford gone, Anthony gone,
Well, I've been asking
Bernard
for
is
sales
gone.
now for like the last 2 weeks. And then now we're seeing some movement, some linking, and I'm appreciating that. I'm a little more happier. I'm a little more happier this week than I was last week because you're actually hearing about linking and hearing about things. So that's put me in a little better of mindset.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, grade one, bro. How you doing?
Big up Vegeta, big up Riri.
What's up, my brother?
What are we
What you saying, my
saying?
bro?
What are we saying? Yo, Vegeta, I wanted to ask you what happened to the Madrid fan you used to do lives with? Is it still there?
Don't worry. And I'm glad you said this because what's today? Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thursday, he's back because he has to answer for his team's crimes. So we are bringing back the Vegeta and Bank show. So you'll
He's
see him on Thursday.
he's ghosted for a minute now. Like months. I last saw him on Markin's channel. I haven't seen him ever since, bro.
No, don't worry. I'm bringing him back out of retirement. Is there anything you need to say to him?
A lot, especially regarding Mbappe and Yamal, but it's calm.
Don't worry, bro. I'm bringing him back. You'll see him around the same time on Thursday evening, our time. Well, in South Africa, it's the evening. So you can ask him all the questions you need to ask him, my bro.
Celeste. What are we talking about? Rasmus.
Looking for
Garnacho's
Manchester
price tag.
United on the holes.
Yeah. So we got Garnacho's price tag being set at 70 mil by United. Mbeumo's bid, obviously. Sancho might be on his way to Turkey because they've actually putting money down apparently for Sancho. And then what else? Yeah, everything else in between.
Yeah, okay. I did see all that news. Like the Garnachos for 70 million is diabolical work. I can't even lie. But I think that's the starting price. That's the negotiate. That's what we're going to start negotiating from. So we could meet in the
Why
middle.
is that?
Great,
Can I
great
ask
one.
why
Where's my
you
money?
think that's diabolical?
Great one. Where's my money?
Bro, I already said.
Move, man. We having
I already
real
said
serious
No,
voice
discussion.
Riri,
note.
I'm not
Coming here
having this.
talking
Riri,
about
I'm
where's
not
your
having this.
money?
Fund the talk.
You're like a
Fund the
bill
talk.
collector, bro.
It's over a month.
Are you supposed to be in a plane or something?
You said 15th. What's the date now?
I said 15th of July. Did I say 15th of July?
Why are you lying? You said 15th of the next month.
Nah, bring
That
it.
was last month.
Bring the voice note.
Now we're
I
in
said
June.
15th of July, bro.
You want me to bring the voice note? Okay.
Yeah, bring it, bro. Bring it. Like first see me, this guy looks for the voice
All
note.
right then. Even though you said next month, and that was last month.
I
Right,
said
okay.
15th of
It
July.
depends on when the voice note was sent. What is
The voice
date
note was
of the voice
was sent last month. He said next month. He thought we were in
Now,
June.
when did I say? I
He
said
said
15th
July,
of
then he
July.
said next month, and then he said, okay, that's June.
Not ending on here like a bill collector
Pay
running
your
down
money.
people.
Pay your money, great one. I'm not trying to see you on.
Yeah, okay, move,
Guys,
Pay
man.
your
Move.
money.
Listen. Vegeta, what are we talking about? I've even forgotten.
And then, bro, I'll bring you back. We need to get back to United. This
Bring
is
in this
not
guy,
the
bro. He
reckless.
needs to worry about
reckless
family.
Guy's like a
football.
goddamn bill collector, bro. He follows people around, bro. All the channels, bro. It's crazy.
Wait.
Nah,
Bro.
Ban mark.
Why is Todd Bowley trying to sign Garnacho? I thought you guys didn't want him. What's happening, bro?
Yeah, by the way,
No,
speaking of
we're not.
Garnacho, like,
It's just an
Enen should talk
opportunity.
about
It's just an
Garnacho, right?
opportunity to get rid of Nkunku. That's about it. If you don't accept it, we're not
No,
gonna
but
try
we
and
don't
get
want Nkunku.
No,
We
I
want
need
put
to
him-
know
It's not gonna
Enen's
happen.
thoughts
a lot
on
I
of
don't
that
think
Garnacho.
the business is involving in Kungu.
It was
Yeah.
a swap deal that was offered.
It's not.
It's two separate deals.
It's
two
not.
separate deals.
Yeah, but it would work as a swap deal. That's the whole point. If you
There's
don't
no
accept
swap
Nkunku,
deal.
No.
if you don't
There's
accept
no way that
It's
Nkunku, we're
power.
not
70
taking
million
Garnacho.
or
That's literally
nothing,
how.
bro. There's
If you
no
don't
swap.
accept the price for Nkunku, we're not getting. We're not gonna get Garnacho. That's literally how it works. It's simple.
Bro, you guys keep saying this, but Todd keeps saying, "Give me this boy. I
And we
need
just
another
got.
one to go
And
to
we're about to
jail
get
at
Gittins.
Chelsea."
And then, are you excited about Garnacho? Young Ronaldo.
Garnacho's not coming. That's the thing. It's like you guys don't seem to understand English. He's not coming.
Bro, Madueke is going to Arsenal, and you need
Let's
somebody to
Madueke is a
replace
right
Madueke.
winger.
let's clip
Madueke
this.
plays right
Let's
wing.
clip
Like,
this
what's wrong with you guys? Are you
let's
guys
clip
slow or
this and
something?
revisit this in September.
Celeste, say no more. What's the date today?
But
What's
no
the date
bets,
today?
okay? Because somebody didn't pay their bet and then keeps collecting debts like he's a loan shark. I'm tired. Stop making
Listen, great one. Pay your money. Pay your
Nah,
money.
I will pay my money. But
You
you,
and Joe
like
I
he
said
works for
15th
the
of July.
Italian mob or something, bro. Like
Joe Black
legit.
needs to
What's
pay
with
your
the
money.
IRS? Man, stop collecting
bro.
debt, bro.
Tell your people to stop incurring debts then I won't need to be collecting it.
No. United fans, we're not betting nothing. Look at your bets. They got us in 15th. I blame you with your bad juge and betting with people like NN. Stop it.
Listen. It wasn't about the league. It was about the Europa League. But it's calm.
And you end up losing to Spurs.
That's even worse,
And you end
bro.
up
What did
losing
you
to
say?
Spurs, man. What a wonderful day.
This lucky guy, bro. You're lucky Onana
Who's
was
lucky? Your team's rubbish. You're rubbish. You've been rubbish for a while.
That's why you like Onana, bro. That's why you like him, because he's getting you money. That's why you
He
get him so
doesn't
much
like
money.
Onana, like
I do.
because of that. He likes
He's made
Onana
500
because they come
pounds
from the
because of
same
Onana.
country. That's all that he likes.
not true. That's not true. I like people that are not from my country, though.
Like
You
who?
like Garnacho?
Dogu.
Dogu.
He said Dogu, this guy.
Yeah, I met him.
Bro,
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
Remember in
Why is this
Denmark, cool
guy
guy.
still here, bro? Why is he still here?
And then what business is your team doing? This is football. Let's talk football. What business is Chelsea doing right now?
Outside of Garnacho,
The
like put
business of the
Outside of
Club World Cup
Garnacho.
and buying no difference. Garnacho's, bro, it's funny because a few months ago you were propping this guy up and now you're trying to sell him. But
yes,
no one wants him. Stinky you, innit? But hey,
tell that to
we're gonna
Todd.
get gains.
That
It seems
Burley
like we're gonna get
want
gains.
him.
So what are you saying? They're focusing on Club World Cup and they're not even doing well in that. So what?
It's funny because for a team that went to Southeast Asia and lost to the B team there because all the real players were on international duty, it's funny.
Bro, I'm asking you what business your team
I'm
is
just saying it's
doing,
funny,
and
innit?
you're
But
over here talking
the
about
Club World
Club
Cup is the
World Cup,
focus
bro.
right now.
Like how? What? I mean,
Club World Cup is the focus right now. Club World Cup is the focus right now, please. Yeah.
oh, so there's no business.
No,
It's
I
just
don't
Club
think you can
World Cup.
talk. I don't think you should talk about it. I
Is
don't think you should
Nicholas
talk about it if you
Jackson
can't
going
get
to
Is
in
that
it.
join the
what we're
tournament
saying?
again? Is Jackson
If you
done?
can't get in it, how are you talking about it?
If
Is
you
Nicholas
can't what?
Jackson done for the tournament?
If you can't get in the Club World Cup, you shouldn't be
Yo,
talking
Club
about it.
Just
World Cup
asking.
is garbage, bro. Like legit. You're on
Come
here
on, stop
talking.
hating from
You're on here
outside.
talking about Club World Cup. Are you serious?
All that hatred is
Are
not
you
nice. It's not a
serious?
good look. It's not a good look. The jealousy is not a good
I'm
look
not
for me.
even watching the Club World Cup. The
Riri,
Bro,
viewership
it's
for
not a
that
good
shit
look,
is
that
in
Riri.
oh,
the
that
shoot.
Riri, it's not a good
glorified
look.
The
preseason
viewership for
is
that
what
shit
you're
is in the
bragging
gutter,
about right
bro.
now.
Are you
Riri, it's not a good
serious?
look. You're supposed to be an elder as well, you know, and you're just out here hating on the youngers. You're out here.
Who's hating?
Shout out Inen, bro. Shout out to that. This
Bro,
guy is out here telling
it
us.
took you, bro.
damn
Why did it
track
take you this
record, bro.
long?
This guy,
This
bro.
Chelsea guy, bro. Like,
Just take your Garnacho and go.
Man
Please.
said
take Garnacho,
Club
bro.
World Cup, yes. Yeah.
You
That
can
thing
take
is
Mount
like
as
a
well.
Tell
freaking
us on
sandy,
Club
bro.
World Cup, yes. A tournament that just started this year, yes. Jealous of it. Man, come
To be
on.
fair, we did win it once. We did win this
Come.
tournament once. So
Come on, man.
But anyway, my bro. Jose
yeah,
Mourinho is trying to do the right thing and save us from Jaden Freedom, bro. How you feel about that?
before we go to freedom, before this waste man came in, and then was really was asking me why I find it funny that Ganache's 70 million is a laughable price. If you look at somebody like Cunha, who's miles better than Garnacho and is 60 million, you're telling me Garnacho, I don't rate this guy. You're telling me this guy is 70 million, like realistically.
Yeah, but we as a team, we as a club and coach made a valid point. We have to stop lowballing ourselves and shooting ourselves in the foot. If other teams can ask for significant prices for players that are not even are bang average, why can't we be one of those clubs that does the same?
Bro, they
I
sold us
think
a broken
I don't give a
biscuit for
shit how
60
good he
million,
is or
bro.
how good he's not. I'm asking 70. That's what I'm asking. When Delap when what you call it was asking the price for Delap, do you think they cared what people were saying? Oh, he's not worth that. That's the price they wanted. They don't
but
care.
you said 2 shows ago that you would not take 70 million for Mbeumo, a guy who was miles better than Garnacho, and
I
yet
am
you
not paying, but that's the thing. That's how you do business. I am not paying that much. I'm not looking at nobody's skill. I'm looking at my pockets. I'm looking at my wage structure. I'm looking at all of that. That is what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at this point, at this juncture for business. I'm not looking at their talent. I'm looking at what I can afford and what I want to sell for. If you don't want to buy for 70, we'll go to another club. That's how you do business, bro.
Mm,
That's
but
how you do
I don't
business.
think
It's
he'll
not
be.
about skill. And if you're a Man U fan, why would you want to undersell a player so your club doesn't make money?
No. Actually, we may end up keeping him. That's my worry because we may like what's that what they say, where you price him out of the market, like where nobody comes in for him. Like
Bro,
I
somebody
don't
will
want that.
pay for him. I mean, if Fenerbahce is going to pay for Sancho,
Even the Sancho news.
Garnacho's biggest issue is his attitude. That's it. If
Yeah,
he
that's why I
for
turned on Garnacho
a
like two
player his
seasons ago.
age and what he's done, the man won the Busquets. Like he's not
Puskas.
he's not a he's not in Rasmus's league right now where we can't, where we're saying Rasmus is in the gutter. Garnacho did some stuff for the team this season. His attitude is what's the problem. So if they're willing to pay the 70 and deal with his attitude, I say let him go.
I would love for them to pay the 70. If you guarantee me that they're paying the 70,
Bro, well,
I
it's
will take it.
Chelsea.
I will take it.
Todd Bowley has money, bro. He'll sell another hotel.
And the funny thing is, all Chelsea fans don't want it. I've never seen something like that where everybody's like, "Don't get me Garnacho," but the body's like, "Get me Garnacho." It's like they're not on the same wavelength.
That's what Vegeta was saying. Todd Bowley kind of likes him.
The
They're
more
not on the
those fans
wavelength with
say
the
they
fans.
don't want him,
How's it, guys?
is the more Todd says, I'm
Hey,
getting
what's
him.
going on?
Big
Hey,
up,
Derek.
Derek.
How are you, Derek?
I'm good. Hey,
What are
I'm
your
okay,
What are
guys.
your thoughts, bro?
Let me tell you something.
Derek, we
There
could
is
barely hear you, bro.
no way.
Very muffled.
Derek is in a
I'm saying there's
submarine
no
still.
way Chelsea is going to pay 6. Oh, God.
Wait,
Now we
Derek,
had
are you a Chelsea fan?
Oh, what happened? We lost him?
Derek. Who do you
Derek?
support? All I heard him say was, "There's no way Chelsea is going to pay 70 million." That's what I heard.
Let me just
That's
sort out my wife.
Okay, no problem.
okay. Don't worry, bro. I'll bring you
Let
back.
me
What's
just
Just
sort out my wife.
Lucky saying Jadon Sancho pushing move Juventus. He has been told if he wants career, he will agree to 215 a week. What is he on at Man U right now? 300?
300 or something, like 300 minimum.
325, I think. With Champions League, without Champions League, 250, I think. Not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Jadon
I'm not doing the
Sancho
mark-end special, bro.
contract. Let's see. No, man. I want the wages, bro. This thing. Wages.
It's
So
it's
he's on
different.
300,000 a week.
Cool.
Lord.
Roof.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
why
he
he
will
didn't
take
want to stay
200.
at Chelsea.
I think he will take 200. Chelsea wanted to give him 100, and he said, "Nah, bro." I think 200 he will take 200, not 300. No one's giving him 300 except United.
I wonder what Fenerbahce has offered him, because it sounds like he's okay with going to Fenerbahce, which is the biggest stumbling block with his deals.
I
Because
wanted to talk on the
he has to
Fenerbahce
leave.
links. I wanted to talk on the Fenerbahce links. I've
Go
not
for it.
seen, apart from the Turkish guy, nobody else has reported on it. Like, I don't know that. And those guys told us that Casemiro is going there. They told us we have signed Osimhen. Those guys kind of chat. They're kind of Dimatio. They get me. They're not
I,
really
I
credible.
I don't see Casemiro leaving. I
No,
think
no,
he's.
but I'm saying those Turkish
Oh
sources.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
told us last season Casemiro signed for somebody, and it was fake. That's why I'm waiting for Ornstein to say, Sancho is in talks with Fenerbahce, and Ornstein hasn't said anything. Fabrizio hasn't said anything. So I'm like, nah, this is PR, bro. It's
But
PR
even
still.
with the Mbeumo thing, have the big guys said anything yet? Sorry. Yeah, Derek, go ahead.
No, yeah, but at least Ben
Can,
Jacobs is
can,
credible.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Who do you support? Who do you support?
Oh, that's better. The Man United, man.
Okay, big up.
Okay, because the way you're about to defend Todd Bowley, I thought it was Chelsea.
No. I was just trying to, the way Todd Bowley does his businesses, guys, and the way Man United have put it out there that Garnacho it's got disciplinary issues and all that. There is no way they're going to pay 70 million. There is no way, because we know he's going to leave Man United. We have put it out there. We don't want him. He is doing all his tactics, going on vacation, wearing Rashford's Aston Villa jersey. They won't. Then they're never going to pay 70 million for him. There is no chance.
You know what it is? I don't also
I
think
don't
that
think so.
I don't think any club will pay the 60, right? I mean the 70. I just think it's a bargain. It's a place to start in terms of negotiation. Because if you say he's worth 40, it's only downwards from there. Because more often than not, you don't actually pay the quoted price. Like more often than not. So
Right,
let's say
yeah. So you negotiate. So you always in business you always call a high price and then you work your way down from that. So you don't come out and say, "Oh, give me 20." You you come out and say, give me 70. So then when you go to the table, you have wiggle room to negotiate. And by the time you negotiate, hopefully they fall like in a 55 if that's the case. So
you trying to how old is Garnacho now?
he's
Um,
20.
he's 20 or something. He's pretty
He's
young.
20
No,
years.
he's 20 years old.
So you're trying to tell me that if Cunha is going for 63 and is around 26 years old, for Garnacho who's 20 years old, he should be worth around that amount or even more, because he's still got more years and more room to improve. He's got a higher
Right.
ceiling because he's still got more years to go. Yeah.
Right.
Because if you're
Garnacho's
buying
higher than
Garnacho
Cunha.
now,
Wait, Garnacho's higher than Cunha.
no, I'm saying in terms of age wise, he has, because he's got. If you buy him now, you're gonna get probably close to 10 years of him. If he's 20 years right now, he's gonna
Are
give you close
you
to 10 years.
are you Margot Bridge in disguise?
My bro, I feel like you should never be in the room when we are negotiating, because you are trying to not make money for us, is what I'm hearing right now.
This guy, nah,
Why is that?
I don't
Who's
know this
that?
guy.
Which one? Great one or Derek?
Derek, because if these people want to pay the 70, let them. Don't try and tell them why it's a bad deal. What are we doing? I'm confused. When we get bro, we bought a broken biscuit in
No, but
Mason Mount. This guy at least performs and
yeah.
scores some goals in the league. Let them buy. If they think he's worth 60,
Bro, and when they do
God bless
sell
them.
him, wherever they sell him, it needs to be a sell-on clause in that contract, I'm telling you. Because we should be collecting for this youth in another couple of years also. So, wherever
Bro,
he
we got Chelsea selling youths for like 40 million. Come
Okay.
on, guys.
Okay. No, there's a question for you. Who's worth more, Garnacho or Rashford?
What?
Who is
They're
worth
on
more,
they're on two
Garnacho
different
or Rashford?
but they're on two different wages.
Garnacho is worth more.
No, I'm not I'm saying when in selling value. In selling
Garnacho,
value, if you're selling both of them, who is worth more,
Garnacho,
Garnacho or Rashford?
Garnacho.
So you say you can't get 50 million for Rashford.
Yes, you
Rashford,
can.
we're getting like 30
Is that
million
what
if
you're
we are
saying?
lucky. We're getting
I'm
30
not
million
gonna
for
lie,
Rashford if
30
we're
because
lucky.
million.
no. Because of his wages,
No,
Nah,
Because
it's
of the
come
wages,
on.
wicked.
really. Because of the wages.
We
I reckon
can't
we
get
get
just
40.
30 million for Rashford. That's a
I reckon
loss.
we get 40. I reckon we get 40, 45,
It's a
man.
It's not a
loss.
loss. It's like anything we get for Rashford is it's clean. It's PSR. It's clean. Even 10 million is profit, bro.
What is wrong with you? Why are you guys trying to make so little
Okay.
money
This
for
man
Man
said
So
United?
10 million. Did this man say 10 million? Even if it's pure profit, bro, 10 million. Bro,
He will go on a
do
free.
you do
Watch.
business at all? Do you
If
do
I
No,
business
was
at all?
hot, I would
no, there are
end this
players
stream
who are
right
so
here,
toxic that I'll take
because
anything.
what we are doing right now is we're
Some
trying to
players are
rob
toxic.
ourselves. And I have to say that ours like that. What is going on?
It's because of the wage. No one is
no,
not paying a
you know
wage
what?
and pay 40 million. It's not gonna happen.
Bro,
Guys,
that's insanity.
guys, let me ask you a
So
question.
To
you're
be fair, I'm
saying
not gonna lie, Riri. I think I'm a bit biased because I don't like the guy, so maybe that's
Bro,
why.
so because you don't like the guy, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
I don't want to see Rashford. I hate that guy. I don't want to see him in the team.
Okay, bro,
So if
bro.
somebody
If
buys
you
him for
don't
40,
like
I will
the car
take him.
you're
But if you
driving
tell me
right
he
now,
stays or 10
eh,
million, I'm taking 10 million.
no. Listen to what I'm saying to you. If
no,
you don't
no,
like,
no,
if
that's
you
crazy.
listen to what I'm saying later
That's
on.
crazy.
Write this down. Write this
Yeah.
down.
Write this
Right
If
down.
this
you are driving a car that you don't like for whatever reason, you put the price of 5K on it, but somebody decides to pay 20K. Are you going to lower it to 5K because you don't like the car?
No, no,
What are we
no.
doing?
No, I think you guys got me wrong. If somebody offers 40 million, I will take it. my problem is, who is going to do that? Who is
What do
crazy enough to offer us 40?
you mean? Bro, you're talking like this dude is completely washed up. There are teams that will take Rashford for 40 million. Are you serious?
Bro, you
I'm
realize
waiting to
that
see those
Villa
teams
were willing
really,
to lose him
really
for
on
40.
deadline. Rashford is going to go on loan, and
Oh
trust me,
my God.
he's going
Bro,
on
you
The
loan.
see,
only
nobody wanted
reason,
him,
the
but
only
Villa were willing
reason,
to pay 40,
the
bro.
only reason Rashford will go on loan is for what me and Vegeta was talking earlier, for the simple fact that he has delusions of grandeur and he thinks that he is Barcelona quality. That is
Yes.
the only
That's the only
reason.
reason, bro.
That's the only reason, because there have been clubs that want Rashford, but he does not want to go to those clubs.
We could have sold Rashford before we bought Cunha. You realize that Villa were willing to pay what they agreed with us on the loan. And Rashford said, no, I want to go to Barcelona. That's what he did.
But there are rumors saying the Nico Williams deal is besides the Rashford deal.
Yeah, I think Rashford is coming in as a striker, like a backup for Lewandowski. I think.
It's because that guy said, I like to play like TT.
He's like, as I get
can do it."
older, I move from the wing and I want to play the number 9
The,
with my back to goal.
But isn't it
the,
shameless
the
to
only
say
thing that
what?
the
Say it.
only thing that's worrying about Rashford, it's his wages. Because look at it, if Anthony is killing it in Spain, Rashford can easily do it. That guy is a good player.
See,
He can
now
easily do it.
you are adding the reason why they should pay the 40 million. Just do that. If Barcelona want to pay, let them. We don't care. Take him. Take, go. And then you run with the money. You run.
Run. Do not look back. Just keep your head in front
Do
and run
do
away.
do Barcelona even have the money?
They will
They'll
sell
come out. They'll
something.
come with the story of they'll get the TV sales or something like that.
They will sell Messi's Ballon d'Ors. They'll do something. They'll sell. Okay?
Oh my
They'll make a
God.
plan.
Bro, people
Don't
always
think for
ask that
Barcelona.
question. Every summer, the questions are, does Barcelona have money? And for some reason, Barcelona finds money to buy players. Do you realize that? Every summer, this is a topic. Every
Yeah,
summer,
yeah.
we are talking about football, just football in general.
I think they call it
Transfer
levers or
window.
something like that. I don't know.
That question always comes up. Does Barcelona have money to buy players? And then at the end of the transfer window, they buy these
Somehow.
phenomenal players somehow.
Somehow they do it.
It's
And
crazy.
guys, let me just say this as an
Do you,
ending
do
monologue.
you remember with Olmo? We thought we signing Olmo. We're like, we're going to get Olmo from Barcelona because the country just signed.
Yeah,
They
we
signed
lied
him
to
on
ourselves. We lied to ourselves. But guys, there's a saying that
Liverpool.
says every dog has its day. For years we've been fleeced, guys. Maybe this is our turn to fleece
Time
people.
for us to
And we
fleece
should be
people.
happy. We should be happy. Maybe it's our turn to make a money when it doesn't make sense
Yeah,
for us to
you're
make a
right.
money. Maybe now is the time we rise
Yeah.
like a phoenix from the ashes and buy the people we want so that we can compete. While Arsenal is trying to be a bridesmaid, we will overtake them and try to win the league as in a few years' time. So, guys, it's fine.
Vegeta, I am going
Let's
to
do
tell you something now. If we get the signings we want, and come next 2 seasons, let's say 2027, we overtake Arsenal. Bro, you can't hear me, My Arsenal friends can't hear me, It's going to be peak, brethren. Peak. And in that time, if they haven't won the Premier League, peak.
You know what's crazy though? I've got this vision in my head because I'm a crackhead. Every season, I'm on crack. I feel like United will disappoint us by actually being good this season. And I said disappointed
How is
because
that a disappointment? How is that a
because
disappointment?
no, reverse psychology, reverse. Most of us are expecting
Yeah, because
10,
everyone is expecting
8,
them to do bad. Yeah.
and then we get to the end of the season, Premier League champions. We all go, what the fuck? What just happened? And the ops will be crying tears, and I'll be there. I'll be streaming every day until the summer starts of the next season. Every day, I'll be there. I'll be doing an emergency meeting 24 hours. I don't care about my job.
Oh,
Vegeta,
Job.
I already told my
Vegeta.
homeboy that's a Liverpool fan that I'm in a group chat with. I said, anytime you see with how do you pronounce his name? Wirtz?
Oh,
Verts?
Verts. Verts, yeah,
Any
yeah.
one time Verts crashes out like Nunes, bro, I am coming for every Liverpool fan, bro. Like every Liverpool fan.
The
I'm gonna be like, this
memes.
is what y'all spend your money on.
Riri, I'm waiting for day one because we're playing Arsenal. Let me beat those pricks, bro. Let me beat those pricks, those bridesmaids, bro. Arsenal, don't forget to drop the trailer. We need it. Arsenal, that Netflix season is gonna be fantastic. Renew, please
That
renew it
league
for
had
this.
the first emergency stream of the
Yo,
season.
young puppy, pull up. I think the
Hey,
link
hey
is still
guys,
in the chat. Well, Vegeta can drop it.
Yeah, I can do that, young puppy. I can accommodate today.
Vegeta, did you see the Casemiro rumors yesterday?
Yes, and
Those
Riri
rumors
shut
are
down.
fake, bro. They're there every season.
Did
Those
you see?
rumors are
Did
fake.
anybody see the Casemiro rumors?
Yes,
They're
that's
Yeah,
not
fake.
Riri,
happening.
I
That's
can't
not
Riri
lie.
happening.
kind
The
of shut
Saudi
down the.
Arabia ones.
The Al
That's
Nassr
not
ones,
happening.
bro. Every season, Al Nassr, Ronaldo, one
Nah,
scattering.
that's not
It's fake.
happening.
It's fake. It's fake.
See yourself
That's
and
not
do the
happening.
right thing, please, bro.
That's
You
not
can
happening.
convince them. Let them tell them to spend them. Al Hilal,
Hey,
you tried to spend money. Come on, bro. Do the right thing.
Big up, young puppy in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yes. Big up everybody. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesdays,
Taco
Yes, sir.
Tuesdays.
What's happening?
Taco
Oh,
Tuesday,
what you
What are
Taco
guys
your
talking
Tuesday.
What are
about?
your thoughts, young puppy? It's been a very interesting couple of hours since the sun came up.
I just saw the Mbeumo one, to be fair.
Oh, they're
Well,
saying
Todd
they
Bowley
say
is
What's up?
trying to sign our player for 70 million. What do you think about that?
Say that one more time.
Todd Bowley trying to spend 70 bags on Garnacho, or rather, Man United put a price
Garnizi.
tag of 70 million.
Young
70 mil.
Ronaldo.
Ah, I mean, if the higher ups are actually gonna back the manager or whichever with the money, cool, whatever. Like, as long as you get better, more improved. But on the other end, Garnacho is too young to be looked at as a sale. But I see it from both sides. You know, it's gonna come a time where you guys are gonna be like, damn, you guys had this player.
Nah, I don't give a damn about
The
that one. Like,
potential.
he could win 3 Ballon d'Ors and I'd still be a hater, bro. I would still convince myself he's not the best player in the world. I don't
Yeah,
care.
because I'm not saying it's the best. If
What
That
else?
the
guy
What,
if
could
what
they're
win
else?
willing
a
to
World
give
Cup.
70, I would accept it, like I said. But I also see the other side, whereas if we don't accept it and we actually keep him, he's still 20 years old, 21 years old.
That kid don't even have the talent of Voldemort. So I'm
But what I did see was a swap
Chips
deal
card,
with that other the striker, how you pronounce his name, and Cuckoo.
oh no.
No, I would not like that at all.
No.
Personally, I did want him before he went to Chelsea, but now seeing what his injury and all of that there, and yeah, I barely see him play, so I wouldn't even want him to play.
Yeah,
United
no,
go
Chelsea
for
Chelsea
look
can
at
keep their guy.
players, or players come into like whatever terms, like connections with United or whichever, like 5 years too late for me personally. Like every time, like because I'm looked at
Yeah,
all these players
we're always
literally
on the
5 years
late train.
ago.
Yeah, we're always on the late train. What's your thoughts on this whole link with Sancho to either Fenerbahce or Juve or
Ah, let them
Italy?
go. Let them go. I mean, I did see something actually. Now that you said that, is it true? They were saying something about a swap deal. Um, what is it? Is it a
Nkunku.
Is it Louis
Nkunku.
Douglas and No, I'm talking about Juventus.
No. Juventus wants a swap deal, I think, for Sancho. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it was like two players in the swap deal as well.
Douglas
It
Luiz,
is.
right? Douglas Luiz.
The strike. Is it the
Yeah, it
striker?
was Douglas Luiz and Vlahovic, but they on crack,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Vlahovic and
I honestly I find that BS personally,
yeah.
but I would accept that. On the other hand, like, you know, for Sancho,
So you
And about to
get,
trying to throw money
so
at
we're
us.
just so we're just so you're saying we just get surplus because
I don't know what the
what
whole
position does
deal
Douglas
was. To be
Luiz
fair,
play?
I just saw it too.
Center
He
midfield.
center midfield.
He's a center mid. I mean,
Yeah,
that's not a bad surplus for the midfield. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a
For what you asked for,
The Bruno
exactly. Like, you know,
position. He
so
plays
you
in the
know,
Bruno position.
it gives you something. His Premier League proven as well, so it's not a bad situation, right?
Yeah, that's not.
Mm.
That's. I mean, that's not a bad situation. To be fair, I
Although
don't know
Vlahovic
this
just
other. I don't
brought
know
his
this other. I don't know this other guy though that they're saying he's
No,
a
the striker,
striker.
I don't rate him, but in all honesty, he would probably be better than Rasmus. In all honesty, like so.
Yo, big up Just Kicks. Yeah, Just Kicks. Bots be streaming almost every day. Today, however, he had some prior engagements, so Vegeta was kind enough to run the streams. But yeah, bots be on every day around. I don't know if you're in the UK, but for us, it's around 11 o'clock in the day here in the US, which is like I
Yeah.
want to say like what I don't know. What time is
Well,
that?
GT around
I'll give it
like
within a like 2 hour window, like you know, because sometimes it's 1 o'clock for me, sometimes it's 11 o'clock for
Yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah,
and that
yeah,
would
yeah.
be 10 o'clock for you and 12 o'clock for you. So like give
Yeah,
it about a
and that
two
and
hour
that.
radius.
Oh yeah, yeah, Just Kick. So yeah, so all right, you're in Brooklyn with me, right? You're right. Yeah, so it's around like Young Poppy said, it's between anywhere between 11 and 1. You can catch
yeah,
him
which is
on
about like
YouTube,
4
man. Turn
p.m.
on
H
your
UK.
turn on your notifications and you'll get it on YouTube for sure.
And sometimes it's me. That's why the show's called The Takeover, guys. Sometimes
I
we
just want
just
to
need.
ask this guy,
I
guys.
Oh,
rate it. I rate it.
yeah. What's happening?
Did he say Vlahovic is better than Rasmus?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I did say anything would be better than
There is
Rasmus
no
as
way.
He
well,
is. He
No,
is.
and
I
I
don't
also
think so.
did
I
say
don't
I
think
do
so.
not rate
I
him.
don't think so.
You realize Vlahovic has scored 20 goals in that league and Rasmus only did 9.
Yo, what's going on with Great One today? Is he feeling well?
To be fair, with that
That's
statement,
not.
though,
That's not
Rasmus
me.
didn't play the whole
That's Derek.
season.
That's not me.
He only played a
Oh,
few
that's Derek.
games.
Oh, sorry, Great One.
I don't rate Rasmus. I don't
Because
rate
that
that guy.
pick
That's not
is
me.
crazy.
Now Derek is an Arsenal fan. I'm not even gonna lie. He's an Arsenal fan. He's trolling.
Bruh, nah. You guys should never
I
negotiate
don't
with
think.
anybody,
I,
bro.
The thing is with
I don't
Osterman
think.
the Munch, I want to say it was more so personal terms that couldn't probably be agreed
Nah,
with. Like so
Osman is on
that's
some
the
shit like
downfall.
Rashford. Like Osman's asking for the moon and the stars, and he's not even worth the moon and the stars. To be fair.
Yeah, that guy wants like 400k. Like that's almost double what we're trying to reduce the
All
wage
right,
budget to.
You
Stephanie,
feel
go
me?
England.
Now, if we was to get him on a free, whatever, because we're not paying the club, we're paying him the money. It says whatever. Like if we got him on a 4 year deal, we'll spend what? Like what would that be?
Let me see
X
if we,
X Y and Z. Like you know what I mean? So either way, we're probably not gonna be
X.
paying over like 60, 70 mil, probably not even 50 mil.
Um, if you're paying a direct swap, well, he's currently on 10 million euros a year. Over 4 years, that would be 40. So you'd save 20 million if it's a direct swap, essentially.
Exactly. So that's where a lot of people fail to realize, like if these players come on a free, which I doubt he will. I'm just putting a speculation out there, really. Like you know, then don't worry about what they get paid because it's not like we're paying the player and we paid the club for the player. Like you know what I mean?
Right.
Mm,
We still saved on, like you said, 10 to 20 mil on that, and that's just on a 4 year deal.
you know what? Ineos. I think I'm trying to come around to it. And
I mean, I
who can
shouldn't
say
be
no?
like I'm not like a professional at this, but I just feel like that's just common sense, like you know.
Yo, big up, Manj, man. Have a good day,
You know,
man. Stay
but you
blessed.
know what it is, young puppy. I don't think it's the overall package. It's trying to control even future negotiations, right? Because yes, you save the 20, but the crack kids at our football club will say, "But this guy's getting paid this much." and then now it's just causing unnecessary problems. Whereas they're just trying to fix it now, to set a proper expectation moving forward for future negotiations with current and future players. I think that's all it
Right.
is.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. They don't want to really be paying a whole lot of money. Well, that's what's been spoken of in the past year or two, like whatever. But yeah, they want to reduce the salary of the players as well. Like so, that's another thing where it's like that probably won't even happen as at all. Like if that does happen though, but like then that should be allowed. I feel only because of the simple fact that it's not like the club lied to the other players and been like, yeah, the only reason this guy is getting paid that much because it's just better than you, whatever, blah blah blah. No, it's because we did not pay the club. He gets that money, not the club. Like so that's like Aaron Ramsdale. Not Ramsdale. Sorry, Ramsey. Sorry, Aaron Ramsey, the Arsenal to Juventus. How much was he
Mm.
making at Juventus? Nobody really spoke on that. He was making dollars at Juventus, but they got him on a free, so it did not really matter. They didn't spend tens of millions on him. Like it was just that he had like what, like a 400 euro contract, 400k euro contract, a week. You feel me? So like, and that's Aaron Ramsdale. I'm still saying Ramsdale. Sorry, Aaron Ramsey.
Ramsey. Yeah. Yo, bro,
What
I
is
hear
Aaron
it.
Ramsey good for really? Like he had probably like 6 months good at Arsenal like that. And if we're gonna go to the conspiracy theories, every time he scored, something happened to a celebrity, whatever, blah 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 blah.
Oh
Like
wow! Oh
you remember all
wow!
of that there,
Oh
like
wow!
that conspiracy, like
Bro, you were going so good and then you got there. Like I don't even understand.
just saying. But either way, he's not that good of a player like that to be getting paid that much, and
No,
he
no,
got
no.
paid that
I
much
hear it. I hear
at a
it. I
club
hear
that
it.
was failing
I mean, you're
financially as
not
well.
wrong.
Like,
You're not
that
wrong.
was
But
not
isn't
really doing good financially.
that why both clubs looked at the wage structures? Because that's what Arsenal did themselves and said, "Yo, we need to do something about this because the clubs are not where they're supposed to be, but people are earning like they are.
Right.
It's crazy."
That's because most teams do good deals, Vegeta, and they don't
Yeah, we
overplay
just
and
do terrible
overpay
deals. We
for
don't know how to
players. And then
sell,
when
and then we
they
overpay.
sell correctly. Unlike Great One that wants to sell Rashford for 10 million.
You,
Ah,
you
I
feel
said I
me?
would
great
Like,
take
one.
it,
come
man.
on now,
I
like
said I would
that's
take it. I would take it.
ridiculous.
Why would you take it, bro? You need to negotiate more money for him.
You
I
just
did
take it
say
like no
it's a bit
negotiation,
unbiased.
nothing. Like
I said it's a bit biased because I don't rate the guy. So
Yo,
Yo.
I do see what I'm doing.
Ryan Taylor posted on Twitter, Manchester United hold talks with reps of Arden Jashari
Who's that?
from AC Milan.
That looks like PR to me. I can't lie. That's
25
PR.
to 25.6 million bid. Yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
that's PR or something like that. That's PR. There's
Yeah.
no way. We don't have money for Mbeumo and we are putting in bids. Come on. I saw another one about Malik Fofana. We are linked
I
to
don't
Malik
think it's
Fofana.
that we don't have money for Mbeumo. I think it's that we don't want to overpay for Mbeumo. That's why the negotiations are taking so long. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think it's
yeah,
that we
I hear you.
don't have money for him. I think it's that we don't want to overpay for him. And I
Exactly.
understand that. So,
But when we start putting in bids for players in different positions, I just know that's fake news. That's PR.
Yeah,
Until
you know what?
Mbeumo is done, I will start believing.
Grade one is where I was last season when I was broken.
he's right.
This is
You were right, Vegeta, because I feel like
crazy.
I'm talking to you a couple of months ago.
Yeah, this is crazy, grade one. But I get it
The
though.
thing the thing is, the
I
players
get
you're
it.
asking me about, these are the players I just don't rate. Garnacho, Rashford, you get me? Like, if it's players I rate, maybe I'll be more enthusiastic, you get me? I did say we're doing a title charge, so it's not like
I'm
I'm
pretty
negative.
sure it's better you just name the one player that you do rate than the players you don't rate because it'll be a shorter list.
Now,
Yeah.
the ones I rate, I rate a lot. Listen, I have a
Uh,
Mate. I have a
who do
Mate
I
captain.
rate? None of them because they finished 15th. These damn criminals.
You don't
So
rate
they can
Heaven and
all
Euro.
jump.
You don't rate Euro.
Yes, I don't rate all of them. They collectively finished 15th.
What about Cunha?
I don't rate them. Oh, Kenya hasn't played. I can't hate
Cunha
him.
hasn't played for us.
But
He's going
Cunha
to
finished
play for
14th.
us
Cunha finished
come
14th.
You know
August.
what? You were right, great one. Cunha gets a blank slate. All those other criminals, they're in the negative this season. They're
What
in
about Onana?
jail this season.
What
They
about
have something
Onana?
to prove, basically. Like in other words, like so because you're gonna get another year of them.
Yeah,
Before we close out, because Vegeta, you don't want to be like what's his name and have like a 2 hour long stream.
nah. I was about to close out. I'm not trying to be here the whole day.
Before we close out, what are we saying about this goalkeeping situation? Like, do you think we're going to go for somebody, or do you think that they're going to stick with Onana?
I hope not. I think it will be a mistake. I feel like people are fundamentally underestimating the role of a goalkeeper in a footballing team. Because if you want to talk about having a solid spinal cord throughout the whole team, your starting point is a goalkeeper because he gives confidence to his centre backs, who then allow the midfield to do their thing, who then do their
We
thing.
mentioned Onana, and the NN comes out of the hide.
Bro, that's what happens, bro. He's like, bro, he is son. He is like the you know that what is that thing where you can't mention it 3 times in the mirror?
Bloody Mary.
That is
like what Candyman. Oh, that thing was
Candyman,
terrible.
yes.
If you mention Onana 3
NN,
times,
bro. The minute you mention Onana, NN pops up out of nowhere, bro.
Look, if we keep Onana, we still need a goalkeeper because if that guy's our number one goalkeeper, you guys, we forget that the problem was on both ends. We conceded, and I don't think personally we conceded because of the defense. That if like when people are shooting from 40 yards and the goalkeeper dives 30 years later, like
for me, it's that goal, the goal against Nottingham Forest, when Bruno Euro loses the ball and Morgan Gibbs White shoots straight at the goalkeeper, and he dives out of the way. That was the worst. That was the worst.
Man dives as if he's on VAR.
Y'all talking about the worst? The worst is what everybody keeps talking about. That Europa final. That ball that comes off of Luke Shaw's fat thighs that barely trickles into the goal, and this fool dives after the ball trickles into the goal.
Really? Have you seen the Brighton mistake? Well, it was a cross.
Bro, I don't care about all those mistakes. I care about the Europa mistake, bro. That ball was not hit with no vigor, no nut. It came off of Luke Shaw's fat thighs, rolled down his thighs, and rolled.
I think Onana got tucked from the corner spot like 3 times this season. I could be wrong. It could have just been 2, but
against Arsenal.
No, I mean literally talk from the corner, like literally, like Son scored a goal from the corner.
No, it was
Cunha scored a goal from the corner.
Put 2 on him.
No. Cunha scored direct from a corner.
No, directly. That's what I'm saying. Directly from a corner.
What's it called? It's called Olympic something.
Yeah, no. When Arsenal was very hot with their set pieces, they did do that. I remember that.
Yeah, but they didn't score directly. They like I think Timber scored a header and Saliba.
But guys, do you know how annoying it is that every time you just see this pulling up his socks in the box the whole time? I'm so tired of that, bro. Like,
yeah. They got better. To your point, Vegeta. Even if they don't offload him this season and he is still our number one, they need, because somebody was saying Bayindir is trying to get a move because of the fact that he got dropped from his national team due to the fact that he didn't really play for Manchester United. So even if that's the fact and Bayindir gets moved on, we need a backup, a proper backup for this dude, bro, because people are saying 1 game a week, but I think people forget the FA Cup and the
That's still 1 game a week. It's still 1 game a week. The anyway is not 1 game a week, is if you got a replay in the FA Cup. If they still do replays.
I think they do, don't they?
Oh, you know what it is really? It's because like on the weekends that the FA Cup, she's gone.
Yeah.
No
but either way, still for the people in the channel and all of that, they're like it's still 1
game.
a week. Yeah.
I did the math. And we're starting very early with the FA Cup, Lord. Man United.
Carabao Cup too. Carabao Cup, we're playing after Fulham.
We're playing Carabao Cup's the same way. No, Carabao Cup actually might be during the week. I can't even remember right now.
It's the game after Fulham. It's the game after Fulham before Burnley.
Yo, Man United is embarrassing, guys. Let's bring Riri back in and say goodbye properly. Unlike somebody who always ends his streams, I don't know how. Like that
Like I
guy.
don't know how both
This is a
streams always
gentleman. This is a
always get
gentleman's way of
raunchy,
ending a
and as
stream.
soon as they get raunchy, he ends the stream.
Oh my lord, my laptop just did a madness. They were like, "You're on here too long."
Wow. Now you know what it is. Bots. I blame him. Bots, bro. You need to
I
stop
don't know how he
getting.
manages to do it. He always manages to leave the stream chaotically.
No, but what I was saying before I got kicked out, and I'm gonna make this really quick. Young Poppy, even if it's one game a week, I would think that the manager would want to switch out goalkeepers for the tournaments instead of having this guy run tournaments and run regular season games.
No, 100% agree with you there.
I no that Anana guy.
Yeah, he's cooking salmonella, mate. Yeah, that's what he's cooking. Salmonella, food poisoning.
That guy gives me stress. Like people used to get stressed over Lindelof, ne. But the nightmares Onana gives me. That guy has given African goalkeepers a bad reputation single-handedly. It's incredible. But anyway, guys, shout out to you guys. If there's any news, bots won't be here. I will come back. I'll jump back live. We'll cover whatever. If it's
Big
a
up Vegeta, big up Vegeta.
yeah, if it's a here we go or an Unsteen Bomber, we'll be back. If
No, I really think they're gonna wait till July 1st for the new
I
fiscal
think so
year.
too. But we'll keep our phones close, people. We'll be on the Twitters. So please like and subscribe. And make sure you turn off the notification bell because when we go live, don't say, I was late. Like some people who are on the panel. Just turn it on.
Do you mean young puppy? Do you mean young puppy?
they
Not
know
to snake.
themselves.
Not to snake. Just asking. Just asking. innit?
SLD, one of these days you're gonna
I'm
stop
walking
being
with
a
a blind
troll
stick.
and actually click that link and come on here and tell us how you really feel.
Nah, he was backstage, but Vegeta didn't want to bring him on.
No, he
I
was
checked.
not.
I checked, bro. What are
He
you guys
was
talking
not.
about?
He does that
No,
all the
he
time.
told me
He
he's
does that
backstage.
all
SLD
the
said he's
time.
backstage.
SLD has never been backstage of any show.
Bro,
KG
you guys,
shows, this show, he's never.
when you guys click the link and you pop up, I literally bring you in
pops
almost
up.
instantly.
Great one, you just got sold down the river, bro. Like
Nah.
legit.
The thing
I've
is,
been everywhere.
me and SLD always troll like that. I always say he's backstage.
Bro,
It's a running joke. It's a running joke.
Bro. They got you.
He didn't get me. It's a running joke. Ask him. It's a running joke.
But I feel like you were not part of this joke.
No, look at the comments. Look at the comments. If you see the comments, you will see. Read the comments.
Oh man.
Are you sure? I feel like
ask him. Like this is not the first stream. I've already said bots. SLD is backstage.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Big up everyone, man. Like and subscribe.
Shout out to Riri, shout out to Young Papi,
both
shout out to
Vegetas.
and
Yes.
collecting
It's
and
finally
should
nice
be
to
called
hear
the
your
Dead
voice,
Collective.
great one. Yes.
Vegeta, what is your
What did you say, Young Papi?
plug your show, bro. Plug your show.
For sure, you're right. You know what, guys? You
Plug
can
your
find
show.
me on the Halftime with Vegeta Sama. I'll drop the link just now. I've also started a new channel, people. It's called Vegeta Reacts. I'm trying to learn this copyright thing, so please bear with me. I'm trying not to get deleted off the YouTubes.
Yes, please go over to Vegeta's channel and like and subscribe also when he's live. Please. Let's build this community, man. Let's build this community.
And for everybody looking for Temba, Thursday, we are back. The therapy is back because we're going to need it, guys. United fans piss me off. So I need this.
He needs it more. Man United is back. He needs it more.
Yeah.
Lord, let's end this stream, guys. Have a good evening, guys. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Toodles. Bye bye.
Later.
Last up.